If you are ready to finally actually manifest your specific person, and you are sick and tired of basic bitch specific person videos that say the same shit over and over and over again, and you're tired of it and you want to get out of that endless cycle of hot and cold behavior with your specific person, then you're going to want to keep watching.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely afternoon, morning, or evening? Why am I? That is like the third video I've recorded where I have forgotten to say morning. I don't know why. I'm not sure why. It doesn't matter. I hope you are all deciding to be the version of yourself that has your manifestation. If you don't, if you're not doing that because you're letting 3D circumstances and conditions rule over you, well, then I hope you're not sitting in shock, horror, and disbelief that you probably don't see your manifestation. Just saying. How you doing? If you're new here, my name is Kimberly, and I am obsessed with manifestation and getting whatever I want. That is who I am. And if you can handle me, I would love for you to subscribe and come back and see me. Also, I would appreciate if every single person could give this video a like so my video can get out to other people that are ready to become HBICs. And if you're new, that means head bitch in charge of your reality. So let me get to some basic bitch, and then we're going to get right to it. If you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithkimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching options are in the drop box below. They're in the screens that just went by. I have 2 channel memberships where I go live with my channel members every single week, twice a week. I go live with them on Tuesdays, which is the exclusive lives group. That group is for success stories and tips and tricks. It's a weekly zhuzh. My other group, I go live on Friday mornings, and we discuss hot seat type things. What does that mean? That means you can ask me anything you want specific about your circumstances. That group comes with a trigger warning, because if you're triggered by other people's circumstances, that's probably not the group for you. You might want to join the other one. But if you join the hot seat, you then have access to both groups. So it's twice a week. See what I'm saying? And then the hot seat group is the only group that I record and upload under the hot seat group coaching playlist. Let's see what else. I have TikTok, I have Instagram, I have Clapper. I would love for you to join me everywhere. And to all of you who have already, I thank you. And also a very, very special thank you to those of you who have come over and joined me on my other channel, which is Kimberly's Other Life. That's where I upload like my shopping hauls, or, I do a vlog here and there. It's where it's where I share the other side of me, other than manifestation Kimberly, right? I discuss everything else over there and am manifesting that SP starts joining me over there. We'll see. I know it's going to work. Okay, hold on. I need to adjust this because I don't like just being ahead. There we go. Okay, you don't need to know. I have space buttons. Just saying. Okay, so let me jump right in. Yes? These things that I wish I had known when I found law of assumption and I was manifesting a specific person. These are truths about manifesting a specific person. So I am making the assumption you're watching this video because you are sick and tired of hot and cold behavior and simply not getting your full manifestation. Yeah? Okay. These are things that I myself wish I had known or been informed with when I started this journey, because I'm going to flat out probably annoy people with this first one. There is so much basic bitch manifestation content out there. I'm telling you that affirmations that, promise to manifest overnight or promise to manifest instantly. And don't get me wrong, instant manifestations are a real thing. And it is possible to manifest change overnight. I've done that. They're real. But videos that make that promise because of their one power horse affirmation, they're bullshit. They're bullshit videos. And you're wasting your time with them. But people give a lot of fluff in the manifestation community about specific person. And I was caught up in the fluff too, and I believed a lot of it. And I would sit daily and script about my specific person loving me and being obsessed with me over and over and over. And all I would manifest was hot and cold behavior. And it sucked. And if you're experiencing it, I know it sucks. So the first thing that I wish that I had been really specifically told, and I wish I had applied, but this wasn't in videos. It was danced around. And that is the truth of Neville Goddard's, nothing to change but self. And I'm saying it Neville Goddard because he is the man that it made final sense for me. So when we're manifesting, especially a specific person, there is still nothing to change but self. But most of us and most of the content out there, not all the content, we got some good manifestation coaches in this community as well. So I'm not saying they're all dumbasses, but most people are giving you affirmations that are specific to specific person. But who is that changing? You think it's changing specific person. And that's why you're disappointed when it doesn't happen and why you keep experiencing hot and cold behavior. The truth is, there's nothing to change but self. I didn't know that. I didn't really understand or comprehend that until I read Neville, for what it's worth. But you can affirm all damn day long for your specific person. But if you don't get real with yourself on what you really believe about yourself, you're going to get, at best, more hot and cold. At best. I wish that would have been made much more clear than it was when I first discovered this community. So the first one is basic bitch blanket affirmations to a specific person are not bringing you. That is not going to bring you your manifestation. It isn't. I know that sounds kind of shitty. You will start experiencing real, true nuggets of change. And this is my number 2. When you start to change who you are and you get authentic with yourself about what you're really believing. So the number 2 is putting some damn focus on yourself. When I started my journey, all of my focus was on specific person, all of it. Sometimes I would put in, some affirmations. I was a scripter for other areas of my life, like money and weight loss and things like that. But the dominant amount of my focus was on specific person. I didn't know that me getting frustrated every day because I wasn't getting the text messages I wanted, and I wasn't seeing, the scheduling change where we're seeing each other daily. I wasn't seeing any of that change because I wouldn't stop focusing on that. I put all my focus there, but I was never asking myself, why do I want that to change? What am I allowing a missed text message to mean to me? Who was I being? You want your dominant focus to be on who you are being or who I am. You take the time to be authentic with yourself about who you're being, and you change that, you will experience change with your specific person. I am telling you, you will. But the number 3 is thinking that if you put all of your attention on your self-concept and nothing else, that was going to fix things. Well, that's not true either. I know, that kind of sounds like the opposite of what I just said, right? It's not. What you're specifically believing about your specific person needs to be addressed too. So putting all your focus on just self-concept is not going to get you what you want with your specific person, especially if it's someone that you already have some previous experience with or a story with. I wish I had known that, right? Because I went from putting all focus on SP to kind of comprehending that I need to change self. So I went balls to the wall, putting all the focus on just self-concept, right? Because I heard that constantly, self-concept, self-concept, self-concept. There's something wrong with you, you got to fix it. That didn't change anything out here either. At best, brought hot and cold behavior. It's because what you're believing about your specific person is also connected to who you believe you are. And that's not talked about enough. Those are the top 3 of things I wish I had known and understood in the beginning of my journey. And I bet you, if you haven't had any movement, one of those 3 are at play in your manifestation game. A number 4, I really wish I understood, was detaching from the 3D. I wish I knew that didn't mean set it and forget it. I thought detachment meant I couldn't think about my manifestation. I couldn't put any focus on it. And I knew that was not going to be possible for me, so I didn't even entertain that. But detachment from the 3D doesn't have to mean that for you. Detachment from the 3D means I will not allow 3D circumstances to tell me I'm not going to get what I want. I will not allow 3D circumstances to tell me who I am. I make that decision. And I didn't know that. Most of us, especially when we're manifesting something that we are very close to, or our heart is involved with, or we think is going to change our life inherently, like I feel what I'm asked most about is specific person, money, and health. And those 3 we tend to be really close to, or we tend to really, really, really want that to change in our life. And we, because of that, are so attached to our 3D that we let the 3D throw us all over the place, which is the wavering and the wobbling, which we want to get a hold of. We don't have to be perfect, but we want to get a hold of. Because what we want to be dominant is choosing to be the version of ourselves that has what we want. We want that to be dominant, not the focusing on the 3D, losing our shit because it's not what we want, and really getting to the place of, oh my God, this is never going to work. We don't want that to be dominant, right? Because that's what we're going to keep experiencing. But I wish I understood what detachment really meant. I wish that had been explained a little bit better. And number 5, I wish I had understood that, sometimes when you begin working on yourself, and yes, I mean, even deciding who you are and letting go of old story of SB, you might get to a place where you might no longer be interested in specific person. You might fall out of attraction for them. And you might find that's because, you realized you only ever wanted that specific person because you didn't think you could get any better. And that doesn't make you a bad person for changing your fucking mind. I wish I'd understood that a little bit better because I feared that. I feared that the more I work on self-concept, what if I wake up and realize I don't want SP anymore? What did that mean for me? And that scared me so much because I thought, well, if I don't manifest a specific person, if I don't have that person, how am I going to survive without that person? And all along, if I had just understood that it's okay to change your fucking mind, but just because you work on who you are being, that doesn't mean you're going to stop loving a specific person too, right? You can go in either direction. I'm just saying it doesn't have to mean anything bad. It doesn't mean you have to avoid being honest with yourself over what you're really thinking and believing about your specific person. You don't have to be afraid of that. It doesn't mean you might work on your self-concept and suddenly not want them anymore. But for some people, it does. And that is okay. Because you can still manifest love. But it never has to mean anything negative. I've seen other videos on this topic. And I feel really, really sad, I think, for some people that have come to the conclusion that you can't manifest a specific person, because that tells me they're not really understanding this law at its, at its core. They're still seeing it from a limited view. But I just want to say, and this is not part of my list, I just want to say it to anybody out there doubting, you absolutely can manifest a specific person. If you can manifest the healing of someone else, if you can manifest helping someone get a job, you can manifest love with a specific person as well. See, I think most people see this as, I'm talking about specifically naysayers, they see that as infringing on someone's choice or free will. And that's how you know they really don't understand the law that well. There are infinite versions of people, which means infinite outcomes. Infinite outcomes. You're hearing what I'm saying? Infinite. So clearly somewhere out there is a reality where that infinite outcome is waiting for you to choose it. There's a version of your specific person that does to you. There's a reality where the outcome is you are with that person. It's created because you wouldn't even be able to have the desire. You wouldn't be able to even have the thought. God is absolute. God, the universe, is absolute. Everything already exists. Every possible outcome that you can think of and more exist. So you're infringing on nothing. You're choosing a reality where that outcome is a thing. And I really wish I had understood that a little bit more, because I allowed people to scare me and think that I might not be able to manifest my specific person because maybe we really can't do that. And I wish I had understood that a little more. So yeah, this one's on the list too. That one's on the list too. I'm sure other things are going to pop up in my mind as I edit this video. But what I want to say is how to truly manifest your specific person is to realize you are literally God or the universe, higher power, source energy, whatever you believe in. Source energy. Did I say that? Yeah. It's okay what you believe in, meaning if it's God or it's universe, that doesn't matter. But what matters is you knowing that you are it, and that the key is making a decision on who you want to be. Who you want to be. What do you want your life to look like? and you begin deciding that you are now that version of yourself. So remember, manifesting a specific person is like a Long Island iced tea cocktail. All of your beliefs about yourself with love, relationships, and what you're believing and thinking about specific person, that's in that cocktail too. And any generalized beliefs you have. So for example, if this was my Long Island iced tea cocktail, my beliefs on what I think I'm capable or allowed to experience in love and what I think love looks like, what I believe, literally everything I believe about love is in the cocktail. What I believe about relationships, what I think I'm capable of, what I think I'm allowed to experience. Those beliefs are in that cocktail. What I believe specifically about my specific person. Do I think he can change? Can I manifest the version of him that is head over heels in love with me? That's in that cocktail. And my general beliefs about men are in that cocktail because I'm into men. All of that is mixed together. And that is what will be reflected back to me in my relationship with my specific person. But you get to decide who you are. So I choose to be the version of myself that doesn't have limited beliefs around love and relationships. And I don't have any limited beliefs about my specific person. That's who I choose to believe. I choose to believe that I am the version of myself that is in the most amazing, loving, fulfilling, committed, happy, joyful relationship with the most amazing version of my person. And that's my experience. That's what I have in my 3D. And I got here by throwing out everyone else's opinions on specific person manifestations and manifestation in general. I threw it all out. I don't fear my subconscious mind. I don't fear that it's got scary beliefs that it's hiding from me. I don't think I need fixing. I did it one time. I don't anymore. I don't fear my 3D. I'm a human and I might have a bad day here and there, but I don't let that tell me who I am, and I don't let the 3D tell me what I can have or what I can experience or manifest. I decide that for me. And my life has done a complete 180. So if you're frustrated with your own specific person manifestation, maybe rewind this video and watch it again, because maybe 1 or 2 or 3 of those things on the list are something that's alive and well in your current state. And remember, your state is just another way of saying who you believe you are. And let me give you a number 6 before I let you go. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. I was afraid to own up authentically to some of the things I was really believing about love and a few other things. I was afraid. I was afraid if I acknowledged the thoughts that I knew were there, if I acknowledged them, that it would take away my specific person. Because I used to have a belief that God took things away from me. I don't have that belief anymore. Thank God for that. No, thank me for that. But don't be afraid to be honest with yourself. Even if the thoughts are fearful, be honest, be authentic to yourself, because you can choose to be a completely different version of yourself because it already exists. Manifesting should be called choosing, because that's really what we're doing. But don't try to lie to yourself, because eventually it's going to come out anyway. So on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.